What's happening? Rise here on Nalyo Gaming. In this video, we're going to be checking out the Stanley Peripheral Ultra Deluxe on PlayStation 5. Alright, so we have begin the game, settings, and credits. Go ahead and jump in with begin the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
We have movement. 427, yes. Oh, that's weird. He doesn't like immediately stop walking. He kind of... It's like he's sliding. That's weird. What else do we have? X's. Some sort of interact or input button. Oh. L1 is crouch. L2 or L1. Partition Corp, providing partitions for 56 years. It's just a simple partition. Oh man, Partition Corp. Okay. Yeah, okay. Alright, 429. 428. Locked. Locked.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I just heard someone. It said everybody's gone, but I definitely just heard somebody scream. Or yell. What does that say? I hate Mondays. That's awesome.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Who farted? Look at that cup. Oh my god, that's awesome. Oh man, that's good.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
He's calling me out for touching every little thing. Hey, I'm looking for collectibles or whatever. What does this one say? Number 1, Dad. Okay. This is the only computer that's on. Oh. We did something. Well, we shut that computer off. No PlayStation trophy for it, though. What's this one say? I like work. I just hate my boss. Smile. Okay. That seems to be everything in here. Well. Alright, I'll try to... Oh, we shut that computer off. I betcha if you shut all the computers off, you get a PlayStation trophy. What's that say? How the mighty have fallen. That cup says, who farted? Okay. $418, $419, $421, $422, $424. Where's $420? Wait a minute. There's $420, $419, $420. Okay, so it seems that like, okay, each cubicle or office has a number. Okay, I get it now. I get it. Right, Mondays. Beautiful leaf picture. Something's off about that room.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Telling me to enter the door on the left, which obviously I'm going to go right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
That's exactly it. How did you know? Yeah, something's not good here. Not a single door I've come across has been unlocked yet. Okay, meeting room? Or no, this is the lounge.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I can't read it, it's too far. I probably could, but...
Yes, really worth it being here in the room.
The narrator's
A
awesome.
room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Hey, I don't want to miss any collectibles, dude. What the heck? Back up off me. Trophies are important.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
Coffee nut.
It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Hey, shut up, you.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
You know I'm going to do the complete opposite if possible. First door on my left. Drafting table.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yep. Sorry. A4, okay. Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. That's a good caution. Oh, man. You're lying right now. Stop. No matter what, it sounds like I'm typing on a keyboard. Hey, you can't jump. Gold PlayStation trophy. Get your first trophy. PlayStation trophy. That's awesome. Yeah, that's right. You can't jump. All Alright, we have an elevator maybe. Danger. Vent access for trained employees only. Climb at your own risk. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift 1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift 5,000. They charge you more.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Sorry.
I'm not, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
That's the end. Never the end. It's not the end. Alright, where did we leave off? Are we really at the beginning again? Yep, we started at the beginning. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright. The man has won. Got me to follow the directions.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
What is all this crap? Using... Oh, what does that say? Shoot, how do you click the slides? Everyone is unique. You, most of all. Number of slides on this slide. What do people want? Things, money, more money, things, but with the money to buy more things, graphs about things in money. This is so stupid. I love it. I absolutely love it. You know, Crows are, you know, they developed the game and they made Accounting Plus, which is one of my favorite VR games of all time. It's absolutely hilarious. Check out a video on Accounting Plus. All right, to do synergize core value expenditures, shift global market I don't know what that monetize free to play. Monetize free to play. Oh boy. Help. I'm a post-it. Help, I'm a post-it. That's awesome. Broom closet. Okay.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
What do you mean there's nothing here? There's a broom in the broom closet.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet.
I don't believe it.
No reason to still be here.
I don't believe it. I think there's something important here. I give up. All right.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I gotta at least see what's down here. What does that say? Hi. What are the little pictures? Is a little cat on a motorcycle in the desert. That's what the picture is. What a weird picture. And I can't interact with it to read it. It won't let me. Huh. You know, something I wanted to check, though? I put AM for the time of day. I think I put AM on accident. Player data reset settings. Resets all settings to their default values. I guess it doesn't really matter if it's AM or PM, right? I mean, for the game's sake. Show content warnings, show color labels, show translation labels. Field of view. Ooh, field of view. Let's turn that up to 85. Camera sensitivity down 1. Audio, main volume, narrator, music. That's better. Simplified controls. Interact. Okay. You can press any button to interact. That's so stupid. There is no other change. That's it. That is so stupid.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single
look
moment
where we are.
for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Wait a minute.
For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Very true.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
Yep.
No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
What?
I am okay.
This is so weird. This is so weird.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh boy. He's not doing so good.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better.
What?
But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
What the heck? This is so strange. I love it. Back to the beginning. Okay. So are we back to being the original character? We obviously got to figure out something new
All
now.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Input received. Okay. That's new. I'm a little confused. A little confused. A little curious. A little hungry. A little tired. What's that from? That movie.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We'll go back
This was not the correct
We'll go
way
back
to the
this way
meeting
again.
room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay. Did anything change in here?
Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the
What?
first open door on his left.
See? What the heck was that about? Okay. The last time we went straight. This time we're going to go this way.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Okay. Well, what do? Do we go straight and stay on track, or do we go down the elevator? Decisions. I don't know which one to do. It wants me to go straight. So let's go, because we're going to continue doing trial and error, like opposite, and then we'll go back. So let's try this. Going down.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Yeah.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Oh my god. So stupid.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Are you serious?
Now, let's see, we went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
I made it through that time. Going further down, though. Oh my god. What the hell is this?
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
No way.
And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track,
No.
Okay, from the top.
No! Oh. Really? Back to the start. Okay. It wants me to go...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, things are changing. Like, sometimes there was a computer here, now there's not, just a light. Something's up. Something's up with that. I'm trying to think what else I could do. That one was on last time, now it's off.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley.
Boy.
Let's find the story.
Which one are we going in? Door number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Jeez. Oh, these are connected. Those seem to be connected. these doors still look like the same two doors as earlier, right? Like, you know, when he said go
I'll
left
say
or
it.
go right,
This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise
tells
you
you to go
there
left.
definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot.
No,
Why
don't
not?
start over. Why did he do that?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
That's some horse pucky. That's different than last time, right? No. No, yeah, it's the same. No, yeah, no, yeah. I gotta say this. Is that not a coincidence that there's a plant in front of the room 420? I mean, come on. I mean, maybe I'm just overthinking it, but as far as I can remember, that's the only plant we've seen.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Don't restart me, man. Hey, this is on now.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
All these hallways are so weird.
No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Whatever you do. Oh, there's a plant. Okay. Whatever. Just don't restart. Please don't restart. Oh, boy. This is not normal. This is not normal.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
What?
Congratulations!
What?
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all.
Yeah, me
We
neither.
both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people
Hey.
win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
You jerk. Oh, what do we got here?
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
Oh, boy.
Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Still need to turn these monitors off because I have a hunch that this is, it's probably nothing. It could be something, though. There we go. So if I go that way, that's the way they want me to go. Okay, that's the closed off room. We're not going there. We got this. Is that solitaire? I want to play. I love solitaire. Come on, shut it off. Computer solitaire, but it won't let me turn it off. We'll just continue on.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction.
Look at
Onward, Stanley,
Why
to
does it
destiny.
look like that?
Nope. Here's
Oh,
a
because of
thought.
that.
Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of
What
your
the
subjective
hell?
experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct?
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Hang on. That got a bit weird back there.
Yeah, I'd
Well,
say.
I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what?
I think he just
I
blacked
think
out.
what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
That'll do it. Oh boy. Look at all the coffee cups. Oh my God. This is nuts. Da, 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 da. Look at the paint. Zigzag. No collectibles in this game. Oh, what do we got here? Come on, let me collect it. Give me a collectible. That's from like Payday the Heist, right? Isn't that what that mask's from? Payday? But they're not the developers. That is such a weird mask. Yeah, I can't do anything with it. Won't let me interact with it. Ooh. Oh my God, look at how monthly ledgers, corporate imbalances, financial records, annual consolidation, departmental, personal files. I mean, this is crazy. Whoa. Wait a minute. Oh. Comes here, goes here. Wait a minute. Watch this. So, it goes there, but if you look from here, it's open. What? How screwy is that? That messes with your mind. You can go either way, I guess.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern.
Look at that fern.
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Study the fern. Like, how closely do you want me to study it? What the heck am I supposed to do with that? You know, another thing, though. Why did it ask me what time it was in game if it's not going to be the right time on the clocks? Alright, so we do that. It goes that way. So now is it stuck that way because I progressed it? I think it is. Yeah, it is. So I chose to go this way instead of down that hallway. So now this is my route for this run. Or this, before he resets me, I guess. That's how it works. Maybe. I don't know.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No.
Yep.
No.
Okay.
Line,
That's
you
where
do
it
know
would have
we're
came
looking
from.
for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Solitaire. Okay, so shoot. So this is gonna bring me where? Kind of wish there was collectibles. I love collectibles in games. What can I say? Alright, I remember. Oh boy, we're here again. He's gonna reset me.
No, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
No. Okay, so this time, when we get to that
You know
hallway.
what, Stanley?
Whoa,
I say
whoa.
forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Which way? Which way did it open? Oh, that door.
Now, yes, this is exciting.
Very
Just me and Stanley
riveting
forging a new
stuff.
path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
What is my story? I don't know.
Oh, no, not you again.
Oh, boy.
Stanley.
Comes
I'd also
from
like to veto
ceiling.
the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Yeah, don't acknowledge it. Geez, whoever painted the lines must have been sipping a few little sip on the old cough, Grandpa's cough medicine.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Oh boy.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Can I stop walking in a circle? Oh boy. The confusing,
Oh, hold
the
on, what's this?
confusing, the confusion ending.
The confusion ending? You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well,
This thing,
consulted
wall.
me. Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination, so I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
You gotta be kidding me. He just was talking and talking and talking, and then he resets it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
It's
a
like
memo.
restarting. Begin the game again, settings. Yeah, it's like restarting fully now. That's not frustrating or anything. Let's see what happens here.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on it. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally? But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I'm not gonna fall to my death this time.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
For her. For her, he says.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
Who is her?
She's been waiting.
Who is her? Wait, we've been in here before. Oh, come on, really?
That's her, Stanley.
Oh boy.
You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her.
Oh boy.
If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
$4.27. What?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Oh boy.
Gotcha.
What the hell?
Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you?
Oh boy.
I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside.
What are you
Let me show you what's really going on here.
What are you trying to do to me, man?
This
Brutal.
is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Oh. Good morning, employee 427. Press square on your controller. Oh, it's blocked off right now.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home.
Oh my God.
Now he's coming back to work.
No.
One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations.
Come on, open.
Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Well,
it was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
that's what I was doing. Press square to be at work in the morning. No legs. I've got no legs. I've got no legs. I've got no legs. Alright, so I don't want to sit here and have it just like trick me. So I'm going to give it like a minute, and then I'm going to be pressing square. Lots and lots of narrator talking in this game. Square, nothing. All right,
You
I pressed
see?
it.
Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't.
Press
Not in the way I
circle
want
to
him
question nothing.
But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a
Please
button.
die.
And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Oh my god, this game's nuts, man. It's nuts. It's interesting, for sure. You gotta have some patience to play this, though. And, you know, I'm not sure how far in we are or anything like that. There is a spoiler warning on the title. That'll stay there for the playback and everything. But I think we're gonna wrap it here. I don't want to get into any crazy new spoiler stuff. So, yeah, I mean that's just a bit of gameplay for the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe on PlayStation 5. Alright, so that's where I'm going to end my gameplay first look at the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe on PlayStation 5. I appreciate you watching here on Nalyo Gaming. If you haven't already done so, please click that like button. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Share with your friends. Follow me on Twitter at RiseUp44 and at Nalyo Gaming. And please consider subscribing to me here on Nalyo Gaming. So like I mentioned earlier, I was provided with a game key thanks to Crows. And I gotta say, this game is super like interesting. It can be a little frustrating at times, and you gotta have some patience, you know. It doesn't really. I mean, I've been in the same offices and hallways this whole time, and it's like, I now I want to know like what the heck is gonna happen, because this is. It's crazy. It's too bad there's no collectibles. I mean, it's not that type of game, but I still love collectibles in games of any type. You know, you find these little tiny things, but you can't interact with them, like that clown mask with the flag on it. And like, I don't know, the computer screens, being able to turn off and on, or turn off certain computer screens. Yeah, I don't know. They mentioned that one plant is going to be important later on, so I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens. But so far, it gets a thumbs up from me. Yeah, the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe on PlayStation 5. I'm Rise here on Nalyo Gaming, and we'll see you next time.